PodShorts can build AI-powered podcast episodes, short videos, and publish them to short-form platform automatically. But is this actually easy for a beginner? Or is it just another AI tool with a big sales page? Let's see exactly what it does, what you get, and what you should know before buying. First, look at these beta users examples, including claims of clip reaching tens of thousands of views and user reporting commission from their bio page. For example, the page features one user claiming a first commission on day 6 and another reporting a 60,000 view clip. But can you also get these results? Absolutely yes. But your result will depend on your niche, content, audience, platform distribution, and execution. The product is clearly designed around this one main idea: build your own show instead of simply clipping someone else. But creating a podcast manually needs thinking about topics, recording conversations, editing episodes, creating clips, publishing them in channel, and then trying to get people to actually see them. And if you are building short form content, then workload can multiply quickly. That's why PodShorts take a different approach. Instead of you doing every production step manually, it positions AI as a production team. The basic idea is very simple. You choose a niche, you provide a topic, then the system creates the show content, creates clips, distributes them, and connect the traffic to a monetization path. So this product is not just an AI video generator. It's time to become an end-to-end content and distribution system. So what exactly is PodShorts? In simple language, it is an AI system designed to build and operate a podcast style shorts content show. You can use AI host or you can clone your own face and voice. Then you give the system a topic and it creates an AI hosted episodes. That episodes can be turned into vertical clips. Those clips can then be adapted and published to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And the system also includes a monetization bio page concept where viewers can be sent toward offers. So the basic journey is topic, podcast episode, shorts, social platform, bio link, monetization. That's the part I think is easiest for beginner to understand. PodShorts has more than 40 features, but we are going to see some important features which I personally like. The first feature I like is Trend Radar. It scans what's gaining attention in your niche and gives you trendy and momentum information. For a beginner, the benefit is simple. You don't always have to start with a completely blank page and ask what should I talk about. You can use current topics as a starting point, then develop your own angle. The next feature is Cast to Studio. It has a library of AI hosts with different voices and personalities, and it also promotes the option to clone your own face and voice. The practical benefit is obvious. You can build a podcast style channel without needing to personally record every episode. For someone who is camera shy or simply does not want to the voice of the channel, that's the major part of the appeal. Then there's a third feature, Show4j. It creates complete AI hosted podcast episode with conversation, turn talking, and different interaction between hosts. This is important because the whole strategy depends on having a longer piece of content first. That episodes become the raw material for the shorts. The next one is Clip Jenny. This is where PodShorts turn the longer conversation into vertical clips. The clips are hook first and captions, and that the system provides a virality score of for clips. The practical benefit is that you are not manually cutting every interesting moment out of the podcast. The long form episodes become the source for your short form content. And finally, there is the autocast. It can be published to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube with a schedule and a content calendar. This is where the workflow moves from make content to keep distributing content, and for a channel strategy, consistency is very important part of the model. The software is outstanding and there is no doubt because it handles all workloads. You can now have an AI tool that creates content, but the bigger question is that's how you can make money with this content. What niche should you choose? What should you create? How do you turn one episode into multiple shorts? But don't worry, I have already know this problem. That is why I created Faceless Podcast Short Channel Success Bonus Bundle with a stated value of $497. And these bonuses are designed around the actual workflow we are discussing. So let's look at these bonuses in just 2 minutes. First is the Faceless Podcast Niche Finder. This helps you find a niche before you start producing content. The goal is to look at audience interest, content depth, podcast potential, shorts potential, and monetization opportunity. So instead of randomly choosing a topic, you have a structured way to narrow it. Next is the podcast channel blueprint. This helps turn the niche into an actual channel concept. You will walk through the audience, positioning, podcast format, content pillars, and monetization structure. In other words, it helps answer what exactly am I building? Then there's the podcast to shorts content system. This is one of the most important bonuses because the entire model depends on getting more content from each episode instead of thinking one episode equal one videos. The idea is one episode can become multiple shorts that give you a repeatable content pipeline. You also get 300 podcast content idea. This is designed to solve another beginner problem. You can use the ideas as a starting point for episodes, discussion, questions, stories, comparisons, and short form angles. Then there's the Faceless Podcast Channel Launch Guide. This brings the strategy together into a beginner friendly launch roadmap. It covers the journey from niche and channel positioning through episodes, shorts, distribution, and growth. But wait, there's also a fast action bonus, the 30-day Faceless Podcast Channel Launch Channel Challenge. This gives you a day-by-day path for actually putting the system into motion. So the bundle is designed around niche, channel, podcast, shorts, traffic, and monetization. Now let me show you how the PodShorts workflow works. The process is divided into 4 simple steps, and this is where the whole system starts to make sense. First, you pick your niche and cast your host. According to workflow, you name your show, design your brand, and choose your AI host. The goal here is to create the foundation for your show. You can build the concept and decide what type of content you want your audience to see. So before creating content, you first decide what is my show about and who is it for. Next, you choose your topic. You can enter your own topic or use a topic that is already gaining attention. According to sales page, Trend Radar is designed to help identify trending opportunities. So instead of always wondering what should I create next, you can use existing topic ideas as a starting point. Then choose an angle that fits your niche and your target audience. Step 3 is the machine performs cut, captions, and post. This is where the automation process is begin. Once you have your niche, host, and topic, the system is designed to handle the content workflow. It creates the show content, turn the content into clips, add captions, and prepares the content for distribution. So instead of manually handling the podcast, the editing, the short clips, and the posting process, PodShort is designed to reduce the manual workload. And this is where one content idea can become multiple short form content pieces. The final step is getting your content in front of people. The workflow shown here focuses on distribution, so your content can be published across supported platforms. The goal is simple: create the content, turn it into shorts, get those shorts in front of an audience, then connect interested viewers to your profile, bio link, or relevant offer. This is the complete idea behind the PodShort workflow. Pick your niche, choose your host, create a topic, let the system create and repurpose the content, then distribute it and build your audience from there. Now here's the truth. PodShorts can automate a lot of production and distribution, but it cannot automate audience demand. That's the biggest distinction. I want you to understand you can create a podcast, you can create shorts, you can publish every day and still get weak result. If the niche is wrong, the topic are boring, or the content does not connect with viewers. The sales page itself tells buyer not to expect money without doing anything and says the product is automatic, not magic. It also says buyers should give the machine consistent time rather than accept overnight riches. So don't buy this thinking AI build a profitable channel for me. While you can think AI can build a large part of the production machine while I focus on the niche, topics, quality, audience, and business strategy. That's much more realistic way to look at it. So who is PodShorts actually for? If you are interested in building a faceless podcast style content channel like big YouTuber and you want to turn longer conversation into short form content across multiple platforms, this is the strong tool to look at. It's especially interesting if you don't want to record yourself, don't want to spend hours editing, and want a system that connects content creation with distribution and monetization. So if you want to check out PodShorts for yourself, I have put the link in the description and the pinned comment. And if you decide to get it through my link, you will also get my Faceless Podcast Shorts channel Success Bonus Bundle. Currently positions $497. PodShorts also offer a 14-day money back guarantee, but launch price and launch discount can change. So try it with the launch offer before it ends. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next review.